You are listening to the #1 podcast for beauty bosses, podcasting from anywhere you are. This is the Impromptu Show where we drip an episode every week to bring beautypreneurs all the ways to build, brand, and bank, grow, and expose their excellence in this billion-dollar beauty world. Hosted by Angela, your favorite beauty coach, assisting beautypreneurs on how to do business in a personal way, along with co-host Neosha, the CX CEO, the top customer service consultant who helps you retain to gain in your business.
Hey loves, welcome back to the podcast Impromptu. We're here today with
Dakota's fully loaded.
And we're gonna get into our interview today and tell you why he calls himself Dakota's fully loaded. But just a reminder, we come on every week with a new beauty boss that's out here killing the game. So we ask some questions in order to find out, things like how they started, what advice they give out there to newbies or veterans, just to bring your business to the next level. Hey, what's trending? What's hot in the beauty world? All that good stuff. So we come back every week, building, balancing, banking in your beauty business. So we're gonna get started, and we hope you guys enjoy this interview because Dakota he's wonderful and beautiful, as he said. So we actually are shooting from we're lazy today. It's cold outside, so we're actually shooting.
It's snowing outside.
It's snowing, so we're actually shooting this video from a space in my house. I'm not even gonna tell you what space it is, but it's a space in my home. So okay, let's get started. So Dakota, introduce yourself and your business. I know you do a lot of things, but
okay. Hello, guys. So my name is Dakota. My business is Dakota's Fully Loaded. I am a cosmetologist. I do a lot of esthetician type of work, body spa type of work, body contouring and hair, lashes, brows, butt lifts,
Butt lifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to talk about those butt lifts.
Okay.
So butt lifts without surgery, right?
Yes,
okay,
non-surgical butt lifts.
Okay. That's what's really hot right now. He got some stuff he's going to tell you about that's coming up. But, okay, so what are your 3 favorite tools for doing something your audience cares about?
Well, I love doing brows. Everybody knows that, even though I don't have mine done today. But the butt lifts, the butt lifts are pretty big too, depending on the area or whatnot. And just the all-around body contouring, basically.
Right, and I know you pretty well. You're like really into healthy eating. Like I've seen you gain weight, lose weight, eat healthy, eat crap. So you can really the body contouring. I think is really going to be huge for you. Because you show people that you don't have to always work out, right? Even though you can, it's a choice.
Right.
But some people are not able to work out, or maybe not willing to work out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you come into, that full body experience.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you can say, hey, you can lift your butt or tone your stomach, 'cause I know you do that too.
Mm-hmm.
You can also say, hey, eat these types of foods, or don't eat these types of foods, or right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. But even though we know you are like the brow king. Yeah. So he's merging into this is a full body experience, just looking good, feeling good. So
and that's why it's called Fully Loaded.
Oh, that's why it's called that's why it's called Fully Loaded. So you do the body contouring. They like to see your brows. What are 3 things? Again, you do a lot of things, but what are 3 things you could tell someone that's starting in let's say the brow business first, right? What would you tell them starting out? Like if they want to get into brows?
I would just say that, brows are something that really define the face. It's really big around the world now. So if you're into brows, you just gotta have a passion for it in a way, because nobody wants ugly brows. Nobody wants big blotchy brows. So just, whether you're shading them or tinting them, you just got to know how to do it precisely to get the perfect brow.
Yeah, you have to be very detailed. It's not a rush thing. You can't rush.
Yeah, it's not a rush at all.
Right. So,
even though I can do them in 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Oh, that's pretty good. So you can do you can tint them in 3 minutes. I
can do all of it.
You can do all of it in 3 minutes.
I can arch, I can shape, I can fill, tint, all that.
In 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, like you said, it's for the face. So you can't play around with people's faces. So if you're going to look into the brow industry, you have to be detailed, patient. Right? And know that you're dealing with someone's appearance. If you mess up, cut that brow, they stuck with that brow for about 6 weeks, right?
Right. Even though it has happened to me one time.
Okay. It has happened one time. How did you handle that?
I filled it in and she loved it.
Oh, so the fill is like the faithful fill it in.
Basically.
Right. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's switch over to the contouring. What are some things people need to know to come into the contouring industry? Because that's kind of where your focus is right at the very moment.
Yeah.
Is on the contouring. So you've been doing brows. You came upon this trend for body contour, which is kind of the basis of our interview, really. How did you merge from becoming the person known for brows to the person known for pumping up butts, basically?
Well, I actually wanted to be a plastic surgeon.
Oh, really?
But I don't want to go to school for all that. So what I did was took what I learned from the medical field, because I went to nursing school, and then I took what I learned from cosmetology. I basically mixed them both together and did a lot of more researching and whatnot, and
voila,
body contouring it was. So like she said earlier, it's not about always eating healthy or working out or whatnot, because my weight goes up and down all the time. But I love the body, and I love a curvy body. So body contouring really plays a part in that for me, because I like having a flat stomach. I like having a bigger butt, and I know people do around the world, so I'm just like, why not?
Yeah, because some people work out and can't lose their stomach, but they have a big butt, or they can't they can't lose their butt, but they have a flat stomach. You know what I mean? Right. So even though you can just kind of shape it with what you do, right? Give them that kind of look that they're going for.
Right, and it's not surgical just because I'm not doing any cutting on your body, like. You don't feel anything. There's no downtime. You don't have to take off work. There's no pain, no nothing. Like, you don't feel a thing.
Right. Nice. Okay. What would you do differently if you were starting in the industry now?
What I would do differently, I would probably post a lot more. Even though I get great clientele now and I don't have to worry about money or anything now, I could probably be a lot bigger and more out there than what I am by using social media a lot more.
Yeah, because I know you're not and he's on social media as Dakota's. Correct?
Dakota's on all social media.
Yeah, Dakota's DEKOLDEST on all social media, and I know that for a fact that he's word of mouth. He's not a social media person. He doesn't post every day. He gets his clientele by his work and referrals, and I don't even think you do a printed flyer at this point.
I don't, because my work speaks for itself.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, when your work speaks for itself, what can you say? There's nothing else to be said. Okay. So you would, to do things differently, you would just be do more brand awareness.
Right.
And I think I've kind of jumped on your back a couple of times. Definitely. About your brand stuff. And but he knows that if he was branded and push that brand a little bit more, he would be even more successful, not just locally, globally, because contouring is huge. Brows are huge too, but contouring is really big, so that's where his focus is. Which people or books have had the most influence on your growth, and why?
Which people what?
Which people have had, or books, it could be a person or a book, have had the most influence on your growth? Okay, so which books or people have had the most influence on your growth?
Okay, so there's a plastic surgeon by the name of Dr. Roxy in Columbus, Ohio. She's a plastic surgeon, and I absolutely love her. And then one of my instructors' name is, she's not an instructor, but kind of like a mentor. But her name is Mickey. She has her own body contouring service, and one is in Texas and one is in Atlanta. She's actually the original person who has brought body contouring to the world, basically.
Okay. And she's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said the books that you read.
The books that I read are mostly just beauty and cosmetic books. Like, there's no specific, book that I actually go to, but just anything about beauty.
Okay. Anything kind of enhance your skill.
Yeah.
What you taking the class? I know you took the class on the body contouring. How do you feel about people that? How do you feel about investing in yourself, your business? I mean, what's your take on that?
I feel like nowadays you have to invest in yourself. One, because the jobs nowadays don't really pay what you need them to pay. And then two, it's just better to have more income. So it's like, why not put that into yourself?
Yeah, why not bet on you?
You're right.
Right? So, and then you do things to enhance your skills. Like some people feel like I don't have to pay. I can just Google it, right? Or I can just figure it out myself. How do you feel about that?
Well, YouTube and Google, they are really good things to run to. But for some things, you actually have to be there in person. Like with body contouring, like you have to be there in person. One, because you want to experience it for yourself. Like some of my machines, they send shock waves. They vibrate. You hear things that other people don't hear while you're getting the procedure done. Like it's like a ringing sound in your head. But that's just how you know that the machine is working. So it's not always a bad thing, Googling things, but I'm just the in-person type of
Learner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so people, and then another thing about going to Google or actually going to, or not taking a class or going to YouTube, is you waste time.
Yeah.
Because people on YouTube or Google, they're only giving you a piece of the information, right? Because the initially it's to draw you in to invest.
Right.
So they're leaving out the critical points that you're only going to figure out if you pay the money, right? They're on YouTube to make the money. They're on Pinterest to make the money. They're on Instagram to make the money. So if you're not going that next step with them, you could be 4, 5, 6 years at the same thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. What would you say is your number one key to success in your business?
My number one key to success would have to be just my thing is like, even when I don't feel good, I don't feel like doing something, or even if it's a client that I don't really want to be bothered with, like, even though you're doing something, no matter how small it is, as long as you're putting it towards your business or whatever it is that you're investing in, that's you evolving in a way. So to me, that's just, the key to success, to keep moving.
Keep moving, even when you don't feel like it. Like you probably don't want to be here today, but...
No.
But I was like, get over here and don't be late. So talk about the biggest failure that you had and what you learned from it.
I haven't had a big failure yet. Not business-wise. When it comes to business, I'm very picky. I'm very precise. And I don't play when it comes to my money, so.
Right, we do know that. We do know that. So, nothing along the way. Just even, and just let's take out of business. Let's say just deciding to go into business. What do you feel like you failed at?
I would just say, I honestly would probably just say not, like when I first started out, I wasn't, like I feel like everybody takes their breaks or like just lollygags, but that would be my thing for me, like just lollygagging at times. Like,
okay, yeah, make a prolonging it.
Yeah.
Be like your client wants to be there all day. I think every beauty person kind of does that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna eat something real quick, or.
Well, I don't do that.
Not you, but I'm saying not like eating, but you saying I might waste a little time here and there.
Definitely.
Not maybe valuing somebody's time.
Definitely.
But that's, people don't only value their own time.
Yeah, I think I'm really friendly.
view friendly?
Yeah, really friendly. Like, as in, I give too many deals when I shouldn't.
Oh yeah,
I
I definitely can see that.
Yeah, I give too many deals and just, you know, I'm just too friendly, I guess.
Cause you know your worth for
Right.
sure. You just don't hurt for money. So
Right.
when someone asks you to do something, you just generally you just do it,
Yeah.
right? Because the money isn't even, it's no comparison.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'll just come and do it. I really don't need the money, but I'll do it, or I don't feel like it, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I can definitely see that with you. Um, Biggest customer success story. Why do you think it was a success?
Well, I actually have a few clients. I do a lot of things like for weddings, fashion shows and whatnot. So me being a part of a fashion show doing brows, or whether it's a client with a wedding a couple of months away, helping them shed off that fat or helping them look the way that they want, for me is a success because they're happy at the end of the day or at the end of the event. So,
Yeah, and they feel beautiful,
yeah,
right?
definitely.
I remember you did my brows. I forget where I was going, and you shaped in my brows. I can't remember, years ago. But anyway, I felt like $1,000,000. I don't think I didn't want to wash my face for like days. So beauty is very important. So beauty people are very critical part of the community, and that's what I try to do as a coach, to let them know, like, bank, you're brilliant at something. People are going to come to you. They trust you.
Yeah.
They want to look good.
Yeah.
They want to feel good. And you have a duty,
Yeah.
to serve your client in more ways than just putting some curl up and putting hair gel.
Right.
I'm pretty sure y'all hear just about everything when the client comes to you guys, right?
Definitely.
Because that's their time to relax,
Definitely.
right? And unwind. You see them at their worst,
I'm
right?
a therapist. I'm definitely a therapist.
Yeah. That's a good analogy. Like, beauty people are like therapists. I had to like tell people, like, I coach for typically the beauty industry, but I even had to say, I'm not coaching. Is not therapy. Coaching is coaching. Because even though beauty bosses are encouraging and making everybody else beautiful, sometimes they forget about themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's where people like coaches come in, or mentors come in, and we have to remind our beauty bosses that you gotta take care of you. Not so much as self love, just taking care of your everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Self love is so big, but you gotta take care of everything. So, talking about your contouring business, what are some of the biggest objections that you get, like uncertainty when it comes to body contouring? What is your most asked question? Let's say that.
My most asked question is, does it really work, or does it hurt? But like I said earlier in the video, you don't feel a thing. There's no downtime. You don't have to pretty much do anything but just show up and let me do my work.
So finish do your work. Yeah, and some people, they're uneducated about this body contouring, so they have to understand that it does take more than one session.
Yeah.
Definitely. You may or may not see instant results.
Yeah.
Right. Anything is going to be enhanced if you're eating right.
Yeah.
Or exercising.
Yeah.
Right. So the more things you do, the more results you're going to see.
Right.
Correct. Okay. Good one. So, you said earlier, I always ask what keeps things going when things get tough in the business. But since you kind of do it more on a passion basis, when do you plan on blowing it up to a business basis is the question, because you have a class coming out where you're teaching people to actually learn how to do body contouring, right? So what's your goal for that class? Or is it to go global? Is it to go state to state? I mean, what's the goal for that?
Well, okay, so I do have a body contouring class coming up in this March 29th. The class is just to get people to learn more about body contouring, and I know there's more people that would like to get into it. They just don't know how. I do have clients in a few different states that I do travel back and forth to. Like, I have some in Kentucky, I have one in Chicago, I have two in St. Louis. And then I have a lot here in Dayton, Ohio. I don't know. It's just the class is just really about just bringing more awareness to what I do, and just
Right.
I would love to go, you know, farther.
Further.
Yeah, I would love to open up a spa, and I would love to be doing it down in Florida sometime soon.
Oh yeah, that'd be really. That's where the big bucks would really be, right?
Yeah.
So the class is being held when?
March 29th.
March 29th. What time? What's the location?
It will most likely be here in Dayton, Ohio, in Inglewood. And it is a it's a 5-hour class. It'll be from 10 to until I don't remember the time because it'll start at 10 though.
Okay, so we got about a month out right now, and you said that they can find you on social media. Decodas, DEKOLDEST.
Yes.
On all social media. We're talking about Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
I have Twitter.
Twitter.
I have Twitter.
Okay, and is that it? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He's this is a really hot service. Can't stress it enough. People are uneducated about it, but I mean, people are out here looking amazing. They losing butt, gaining butt, losing stomach. Anything they want to do. Love handles, saddlebags.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I've seen it all. So we thank Dakotas for coming on today, and we'll see you guys next week, next Wednesday. Hey, surprise! I don't know who's going to be on next week. I conned him into doing this week with me, but he has a class coming out. It's going to be fire. Don't miss it. You are co-hosting that class with, what's her name again? Oh, well, you got to check it out on the website or the social media.
Just go to my page, guys. I'll post it all day today, and I'll post it. It's been being posted. I have a great friend that I'm actually doing the class with, so you'll see us both linked, and you can follow us both on social media. So
yeah. So if you're looking for your plump butt, your flat stomach, spring is coming. I mean, it's snowing today, but spring is coming. Get your bodies ready, and your butt's ready too, right?
yes.
Okay. All right. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.